Yo, nephew, hand me that bar stool. You know what it is, and for what it's worth. You can catch me on the best corner 21st. Prime time, shine time, always in the game, never ever on the sideline. You know what it is, and for what it's worth. You can catch me on the best corner 21st. Prime time, shine time, always in the game, never ever on the sideline. Fresh and clean.
Welcome to 21st in Prime, powered by Heineken 0-0.
Coach, 5-yard penalty on me. I have been erroneously giving out inaccurate information.
Explain.
Because there is zero alcohol.
Well,
but there are 69 calories.
I can live with that.
It ain't a whole lot of calories, but
why 69? Why not 68?
Well, we might have to talk to the formulation design people about that, but somehow I'm just wondering why your mind picked. Anyway, we want you, for those of you who are looking at kind of, as we call it, the New Year's solution, we want to continue the solution into February, into April, into March, even though I got my months mixed up. But the most important thing is we want you to take an opportunity because, hey, we want to clean out, we want to detox, but at the same time, we love the taste. So our friends at Heineken Zero have something special for you. You know, Coach, I know you're a basketball fan.
I like basketball.
Love basketball. I love basketball, too. You watch it a little tighter than I do.
I love baseball as well.
I saw a shot go across the ball.
I love fishing.
Yeah.
Adore it.
Nobody pays attention to that, though.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, just the
As
fishermen.
a pro bass tour.
They pay attention.
Somebody paying attention to it. You need to see one. You need to see one. Like when the weigh-ins and all that, you need to see one. I haven't been to one, but I watch them.
Right.
But that's exciting.
Well, there was a weigh-in of Titans the other day.
Who's that?
The one I think is the who I'm predicting to be in the finals of the NBA Finals, Lakers and the Sixers.
That's not going to happen. One of them is going to be there, but that's not going to happen. One thing about the Sixers, they're consistent with being consistent with letting you down. They're consistent with being consistent of sustaining injuries.
Coach.
And the coach that you murdered, now that he's there, and you're gonna have the audacity.
That's why I'm thinking they're gonna be there.
To pick them now.
They needed a coach.
You just murdered him.
No, I did.
You murdered Doc Rivers. You killed Doc. Hold on. Play the tape back where he's killing Doc Rivers. I take my time. Watch this. Doc is not Doc. It's not Doc.
I'm gonna throw the flag on you, man. I think you're holding out, but we
gonna. No. I love Doc, but it's not Doc.
All right, okay.
When you watching the game, did any fan watching that game one time say, "Hey, man, Doc tripping"?
But don't we always say, "Man, the coach got to do something"?
No,
that's how we hold coaches accountable.
No.
That wasn't that bad.
No,
that wasn't that bad. No, all I simply said was pointed out to me that in the postseason, the record got a little.
You killed Doc Rivers.
I didn't kill him. We're just pointing out certain things. But my question to you is, and here's the reason why I like Doc in this situation. I believe Doc is finally in a situation where he's got the right kind of big. I'm a huge fan of, what was his center's name that got 20 boards a game? The big fella out in L.A.
Oh, God.
DeAndre Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan.
Does that sound right?
Shot blocker, everything.
But he wasn't a scorer.
They don't need no score.
Well, no.
Centers ain't a scorer no more.
Well, no,
it's only maybe, 3 in the league?
Mr. Embiid.
He's a ball.
Mr. Embiid is the complete. And to me.
So what about the other dysfunction on the team that is going to make sure Mr. Embiid continuously get this ball?
I thought
there's a reason why Mr. Embiid is playing like MVP type basketball. It been for some time, maybe because there's an injury. Was there an injury sustained that?
So, who is being negative here? You're being very negative.
I'm being honest.
You're being very
straight up.
Oh, you get to be.
That's what they want.
You get to be honest.
That's what y'all want, right? That's what they want.
Oh, that's a joke right there. So what I'm trying to be honest about.
No, you being nasty. There's a difference between nasty.
Coaches don't get to make the rules all the time. That is just bogus. But the point of it, what I like about the pieces that Doc has, and Doc being the center part of that piece, is this is one of the types of teams that remind me of yesteryear's team.
Yesteryears don't win though.
Well, for yesteryear in the sense that I think this is a perfect match for the skill sets of what he's looking for in his
meaning
big.
That there's a big involved.
There's a big that knows how to play like a big as opposed to a big who's kind of playing with one arm behind his back. DeAndre Jordan, and again, big fan, but he was limited offensively. That's my point.
He's never been a scorer.
That's
not who
my
he
point.
is. He give you everything else.
But now
he just gonna sit up here and bad mouth DeAndre Jordan. I ain't gonna say nothing. I like DeAndre Jordan.
No, I love DeAndre Jordan. Put him on my team. Give me somebody to get 20 boards.
Whenever you say you love somebody, you don't like them.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is.
That is totally.
Whenever you say, "I love him,"
the only difference is
your love is strange.
It might be strange. See, that's different.
Yeah,
but see, my love is pure.
I would debate that.
Here's why my love is pure.
Yeah,
because I'm gonna tie it to you and something I know about you.
Mm-hmm. Don't try to bring me in this thing.
No. Because see, here's the difference: is one thing you know about you, you love people, but you're gonna be completely honest with them.
True.
No, not partially honest with them.
True.
I'm just
brutally.
Well, sometimes you are, but
brutally
sometimes no. I think sometimes you're completely, and sometimes you can be brutally. Mm-hmm. There's gears you have depending on what you feel, how your coffee went. Mm-hmm. But my point is, all I'm doing is speaking the truth. So when I say, going back and we're going off sidetrack here. When I talk about a Cam or your boy AB, I'm just stating the facts. It doesn't mean that I don't like them. I am the biggest Cam Newton supporter, one of the biggest Cam Newton supporters.
I disagree.
I am because see, Cam means a lot. Cam means a lot.
You?
No, he means a lot to a lot of other people. He means that he has meant 10 years ago.
See, there you go. You said Cam mean a lot, but now you're saying Cam meant a lot.
He did, yeah, but to me, right.
Insinuating it's over. That's what you just did.
That's over. Yeah, that's over.
See what I'm saying?
We get a spot right over here.
No, you got to stop.
That's over, dog.
You got to stop.
We're going to talk a little bit later on in the show about how, they found a way to I won't even get into that. I'm just going to stop that conversation right there. I'm going to move on in the conversation. But since you have this eye and the things you're talking about with these ball players, so I want to, first of all, I need a little music. We're going to do a little something called NBA Bounce.
Okay.
And
okay,
so
I like that.
Give me a little beat right there.
I like that beat.
Okay. Now, and I just want to know from Coach, what do you think of these various people, these various teams? I'm going to start with the team that's got the best record in the West right now, the Utah Jazz.
I love them. They have a big, they have scorers. They play good, solid basketball. They're not going to disappoint you. I like Utah. In the end, they're going to fight for it. They need a little bit more to get over that hump, but they're going to fight for it. I like Utah.
So then you're saying
that's a
is
big.
Yeah,
that's a big. Yeah.
So you're saying you believe this team will be a nice primer for the team that's ultimately going to win it.
Yes.
And they're going to keep that team in shape.
Yes.
We all believe probably going to win it again.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. We just talked about them. Give me your complete assessment now of the Sixers.
I like the Sixers. I don't love the Sixers because the Sixers has a propensity to sustain injuries. They're key guys. I don't like that. Like, you can't give me a year.
But you can't control injuries.
That's my opinion.
That's what I'm asking.
You can't not give me a year where one of these guys had missed time due to injury. I'm waiting. That's what they do. That's who they are.
So you're saying you can't believe?
I can't trust them.
You can't trust them only because of injury.
Yes.
Is that the only reason why you don't trust them?
And I'm not going to use the word immaturity. No experience getting to the depth of the playoffs. They don't have experience. They're not going to go deep.
So let me ask you this question, then we'll move on to this.
Ain't nothing else to answer.
No, I know. So I'm gonna pose a question to you and then see. So if they got through healthy into the playoffs, I said if, that's a big if, big if, and that team got to the playoffs healthy, you don't see it. Everybody's got a chance. Excuse me.
You got a shot.
Do you like them at all? Are there other teams in the East you like better?
We're gonna get to that, But I like them. But I don't love them because.
But do you help? Let me back up again. Just go with my questioning on specific, because the point you raised, the most valid question. Embiid ain't played the whole season yet, I don't believe, or if they get there,
He ain't the only one. But go ahead.
right. But if they get there healthy, you still like somebody else probably more than them. Okay, that's what I'm guessing.
Because of they're not ready. They need another. We call it back in Florida mango season.
Another
mango season.
Describe mango season.
Man, the mangoes. First of all, a mango is, oh my God, just. Usually I eat mangoes.
A mango's like a woman, you know that. I want you to
No,
think about that. Sometimes they're right, sometimes mango. Every mango ain't right. They look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the apple mangoes, by the way. You know, there's the apple mangoes, there's a turpentine. There's several different kind of mangoes. And when I think about a mango, I think about Fort Myers.
Right.
Because over in the inner city, we didn't even give the mangoes opportunity to get right.
Yeah, no, he was on.
Just
They were so hard.
little yellow. We was knocking them off the tree. Just a little yellow. And actually, some of the best spots in the inner city, the mango trees in the graveyard.
Right.
Because a lot of people would go, they're scared. And we used to go get them. But we used to have to go to the other section of town.
Right.
With a trash bag.
Oh, you mean the white people's part of town?
Yeah, I couldn't say it like that.
Okay.
With a trash bag on our bicycles to go, we used to call it mango hunt. We used to go mango hunt and bring back a bag full of mangoes, man. We did that. Like right now, I usually, with my oatmeal, I have mango.
Okay. In the oatmeal.
I was having mango and oatmeal separate. And I was cutting the mango, which I rarely do, because somebody does it for me because I got it like that. And the mango that was being cut slipped in the oatmeal. And that's it. That's good.
That's your sugar.
The rest is history.
Yeah, that's your
The
sugar.
rest was history.
That's your sweet.
So I love me some mango.
The Los Angeles Clippers.
Love them. Let me tell you something, man.
Paul.
George.
You see that?
Is-
Paul first.
Is he on one?
Yes.
He on one.
Yes.
But see, I'm a Patrick Beverly fan too, man.
Okay.
I love that 21. I love me some Patrick
Well-
Beverly, man.
Are you jaded by the 21?
No, Patrick Beverly.
Well, I didn't say he was.
No, he's a dog.
Yeah.
He's a dog.
Yeah.
Only thing I don't like, and help me with the name, that dog, that other Rottweiler that the Lakers stole from them.
I got
Dog. Put him on the screen. Matter of fact, just put his picture on the screen. That's who I'm talking about. Montrezl Harrell, man, is a grown man. Love his game. Love his energy. Love what he brings to the table. And he comes to play 8 days a week. Love it. He's the difference. Of the Lakers, he will be. And he's going to be the difference of the darn Clippers not getting to where they need to get to.
Because, see, to me, I going back, we talked about this, I like the Schroeder move.
Dog.
I like because he can fit in with LeBron holding the ball all day.
No,
but I mean, but there's
no, that dude there, I didn't know until he got to the Lakers. You do because it's Atlanta.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
I didn't know until I started really watching it.
His basketball IQ is kind of
him.
improved from when he was in Atlanta, of knowing when and when not. But again, to me, and these are the sensitivities that I don't think people understand about teams. Remember, I told you we were talking about LeBron and one of the problems and CP3 and some of the other like LeBron and Westbrook or LeBron and CP3 will never work together. They can win games because LeBron is so ball centric.
CP3 yes, they could.
Those guys got that. CP3. I'm in control. I'm never ceding the ball to anyone. It's not about shooting.
He did it when he was in Houston.
CP3 controlled the game and let a point guard is not trying to score.
He did it in Houston
and let the score because he was a scorer. What's his name didn't have to have the ball pound by pound like LeBron. When Harden gets the ball, it's going in the hole.
No, when Harden gets the ball, he's getting shot.
That's what I'm saying.
But he just brought it to the court too, dog.
Sometimes.
What you mean sometimes?
CP3 put out the court a lot too when he was there. All I'm saying is
a lot of times he was on the CP. That's why it didn't work.
What I'm saying is LeBron as a
CP3,
point.
Chris Paul could play with anyone. Yes, he can.
Long as he's the alpha.
No.
He's the head of the pack.
Brooklyn.
But Schroeder, in my opinion, is the
like
right
Schroeder.
type of point guard. And same thing, to me, he's a younger version of Rondo.
I like it.
He's-
Brooklyn.
he's-
Go to Brooklyn. And
What about Brooklyn? What about it, Brooklyn?
I don't love it. I'm going to tell you something, though.
Okay.
I found out a lot about a man. I like what James Harden is in Brooklyn. I'm proud of him. He's conceded his shot count. He's conceded his dominance of the ball.
Okay.
Not conceded, but he
KD
shares.
If KD makes you do.
No, KD's KD.
No, that's what I'm saying.
KD's KD.
You walk in
KD's
there.
name is like a cuss word.
That's correct. Yeah.
No, KD.
But when you walked in the room, you know you have to cede it to him.
You got to.
You got to cede it to him. You don't have to cede it to anybody else, maybe LeBron, but you got to cede the ball to him.
But the
Sure.
Kyrie, I don't know. I don't know about that one. I don't know about them. This is the reason. They can score. But you got two guys that's pretty much ain't gonna play no defense. That's my problem with the defense of the Brooklyn Nets.
Right.
That's my problem with them. Not offense. Oh, it's gonna be 30, 25, 20-something all day long. Well, where the defense at? For two of those guys. Yeah.
When we come back, because I'm really digging the NBA bounce. Let's do a little more music. We're going to do the NFL bounce and talk about some things as well.
So you just gonna keep them, huh?
Yeah.
They send them to me, but you gonna.
But you got a pair already.
Yeah.
You already have a pair.
True.
Yeah, they sent two pair.
Okay, you go.
They
ahead.
sent two pair.
You can have them.
You have a pair of these.
Put your name on.
Okay.
Because I know you can just grab stuff when you leave.
I always say. You know
Yeah.
me.
No, you always ask.
You know me now.
Yeah.
You know me.
You
now.
ask with the intention to take.
No.
Like I'm gonna get these, but I'm gonna ask you, but I'm gonna get.
Well, think about it. You didn't want a redundant pair. You already had. I've seen you run all the time, so you know
True.
you always share with your boys.
Those are awesome.
Yes.
By the way.
Yes.
Yeah, they really are.
Swipe up at 21st and Prime. Also, there's a lot of merch there, by the way, as they
Oh Lord Jesus, he tried to tell it. I want him back. I want him back now. I want him back. I want him back. Give him back. You don't appreciate that. You don't treat it. You don't treat it like it's yours.
Also,
He earned them. That's why you
remember,
don't value
we want
it,
you to
'cause you didn't
subscribe to us at 21st and Prime as well on our YouTube channel.
You need some ear pods. That's what you
NFL Bounce when we come back.
Barstool Sports, baby.
Let's talk about our friends at Chevy Silverado. A lot of people, you're making that decision on what to do. You want to get a truck. But part of you says, I want a car or a vehicle. What I like to say about Chevy Silverado is it is a machine. And you can tow stuff with it. That's what I'm trying to say. Whether it be tailgating, hauling, towing, off-roading. Coach, you do a lot of stuff. You bought that big old trailer back and forth from here in Canton let me see if I got this right. Your home in Texas is in Canton, Texas. Your home here in Jackson is Canton, Mississippi. But you've done a lot of hauling back and forth. And what we want you to do is think about when you're making that decision, because what I like about it is the tailgate. When you pull it down and that fancy stuff. There's so much technology that it goes into a Chevy Silverado. And so what we want you to know is the next time you're looking at making that decision for your vehicle, you got to give Chevy Silverado a shot.
Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Welcome back to 21st and Prime. One of the things that you don't like and you loathe, Dion, is drama.
Yeah, I don't play drama.
I'm sorry, but I got to talk about a couple of, and I guess the question is, are they drama kings or not?
Got you.
Okay. I'm gonna start off with Aaron Rodgers. Now, first thing I want to know is what?
Why is Aaron Rodgers in this list?
Because you know what Aaron Rodgers did after the game?
What did he do?
Press conference at the end of the game after they lost. We don't know what's going to happen next year. I don't know.
Is he lying?
Yes.
How is he lying? We don't know what's going to happen. First of all, you got a quarterback in here that I didn't approve of.
Correct.
Secondly, we got our butts kicked where we should have won because we just fell apart. And we let Tampa come in our house and beat us. So I'm distraught.
But I balled out. I'm under contract.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about another
But
quarterback.
if you could help me get some more pieces, or I'm going to threaten the league.
But is there any?
Might have been a threat.
Well, it's drama. There's nowhere he's going. And then he backtracked.
How's there's nowhere he's going?
They're not letting the best, one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the NFL go anywhere.
Is one doing it in Houston?
Well,
one doing it in Houston.
We talked about that
one
already.
doing it in Houston.
We talked about that already.
Okay.
But the point of the matter is, with this one right here, it was drama because, and again, I think
it was emotions. I don't
Sure.
think it was trauma. It was emotions.
But he's always had this, and this is what drives it. I ain't got no problem with it.
See,
I'm just pointing it out.
I would love Tom, Dick, and Harry, which is mean everyday
people, right?
When they get off work and they had a tough day,
Right.
to meet them at their doorstep with a microphone,
Right.
and see what they say. You're gonna get emotional. Sometimes you're gonna be emotional. I don't know if I'm going
It's
back.
a punk move.
I don't know if I'm going back
Let's
to
call it like it is.
flip them fries tomorrow, man.
It's a punk move. Here's why it's a punk move. Because, number one, he ain't going nowhere. They're not letting him go nowhere.
You got a youngster behind him. You never know that, dog. He might have been just trying to play with the scenario to try to see what's up, what's popping.
Coach, don't play with me, man.
I'm straight up. He was emotional.
Coach, do you believe Aaron Rodgers is going anywhere?
I'm going to tell you what I do believe.
What?
I do believe if you get him a couple more pieces on the offensive side to catch the darn football
That's
and possibly get open. No, it ain't different. That may help.
That has nothing to do with the fact that
That may help.
After the game.
He was emotional.
I don't know if he would be back or not. I like Aaron Rodgers.
No, first of all, Aaron don't cry. He don't sob. He don't whine.
He's the
No,
he's the king of the whiner club.
No, it's BB and CC wine is on this list that you about to talk about. That's whining.
Well, no, he's one of them.
No,
he's always had the chip. Let's show you. This is a perfect example. This was now, I'm gonna say 10 or 12 years ago, 8, 9 years, whatever it was, after he won the Super Bowl. And I'm just gonna say, for the sake of argument, it might have been Sports Illustrated. Somebody did a big feature on Aaron Rodgers. They changed the scope of the interview because of the whining. And what I mean by that, in other words, he's a chip guy. I call a chip guy.
Give me
I had to pull the article.
What did he say?
No, it was all of the series of things that he did, because everything was like the world was against him. And he's used.
He probably felt like that.
No, it's true. That's how he drives. There are people, you know this, that are players that use the world to help fuel
Tom
them.
has used his draft status for his career.
Yes.
To make a
Aaron
fool out of all of them who
he's
passed
the same guy. And that's all I'm saying is, but it's still drama, bro. It don't change it that it's not drama, because that was a conversation that did not need to be had for the Packer Nation.
That's not true. It's not true. If that's the way you feel, let it go. That's what people want. They want truth and they want reality, and they got it that day. And now get to the next one.
And then the next day.
Get to the next one. Now that, right there, you could put a kickstand down.
Ben Roethlisberger of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And to me, the Steelers got a decision to make. That's the second part of this conversation.
That does. That should be the first part of the conversation.
Okay, and let's talk about the first. What do the Steelers do?
Big Ben still got some gas in the tank. Let's just get this straight. He has gas in the tank. How much? Is it half full? 3/4 empty? I don't know. I'm not there on a daily basis. But what I see, he needs a lot of pieces around him to be what he once was.
So you believe that all of those pieces aren't, so he don't have pieces, what you're saying?
No, he has them, but they got to develop the guys on the outside a little more. They got some youngsters that's just doing the job, but
does development come with? Because now we're getting into what I believe is the conundrum for the Steelers. In my mind, from what I'm hearing, or it's kind of evident, the offensive coordinator kind of tipped the bag on this. They're not getting enough practice out of Ben for that chemistry to develop because of Ben.
Well, you got to move on. First of all, the starting quarterback cannot not practice. That can't happen.
Well, he practiced some, so we're not saying Ben didn't practice, but to the level of the reps.
No, what are you talking about?
That's because I don't want nobody saying.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying, he's not practicing.
Okay,
enough.
people practice 3 days a week. So how much is he practicing? Just
enough to get him to arbitrarily. So
arbitrarily, let's say that's 5 days in a week. How many days is he
He's going to
practicing?
give you one during the season.
No, he can't give me no 1 day of practice.
One day work day,
no,
throwing.
no, you can't do that. You can't do that.
I'm just arbitrarily because I'm not there. So, but I know the offensive coordinator of the Pittsburgh Steelers said in a report, so we can make sure.
So that means he's trying to save his job too.
Well, but
he's saying it ain't me.
Well,
if the offensive coordinator
balls,
said that means he's saying this ain't me. This is what it is.
Yeah.
If he said that,
that's what he
if
said.
Big Ben is practicing 1 day a week, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work with nobody. I've never seen a star quarterback or starting quarterback practice 1 day a week and expect results. I've never seen that. I don't know if that has ever worked in the history of the league. Other positions, I've seen it, not at quarterback.
So are you saying...
You better check this fact. It's no way in the world that a starting NFL quarterback could practice 1 day a week and expect results.
Well, he might practice 2 days a week, but I'm just saying this.
Still.
The offensive coordinator is making it clear we're not getting enough reps with our starting quarterback. That I can
If
say
he
as
made
fact.
that clear,
That's
that
what he
was
made
a
clear.
shot.
It was. There's no question.
That was a shot.
That is fact. He said it, not me. Now, that said, Coach, so
I
you're
gotta
saying
move on.
because
If that's the case, I'm
gone.
gone. If that's the case, if I'm getting 1 day a week of practice, bye.
Not enough practice. Let's not put it to 1 day. It's not enough practice coordinator, the offensive coordinator.
I'm gone.
Okay.
If the coordinator's saying that,
yes, he's
I'm
saying
gone.
that. He said that last
I'm
year.
out.
So it's
Let's
time.
move on. It's a plethora of quarterbacks in the draft this year. You should check that out. I'm pretty sure they're doing their homework right. If that's the case, I'm pretty sure they're going to draft the quarterback.
What do you make of, and I'm digging the music there, what do you make of the Matt Stafford, Jared Goff trade?
Who won?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what,
Wow. Any trade,
well,
somebody.
I take it back. I do believe with Matt's arm, we got to see, right? I believe it could work.
We ain't never questioned Matt Arm.
Well, I mean, but with the offense that he
We've
wants.
always questioned what his head,
What
his head told his arm to do.
But see, the thing about it was the coach. I like the coach, and I want to see what the coach's offense with that arm, because see, some of the problems that Jared Goff has is there were throws that the coach
Man, it's
down
play
the
action,
field.
play action, play action, play action,
Right.
play action, play. The running
Right.
game ain't work. It ain't offense. Pretty much. That's what the Rams were.
with this quarterback. Right.
Yeah. With
So
Jared Goff.
I am intrigued.
I knew Jared Goff was out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah. They wasn't gonna do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew that.
So we'll get to Detroit.
And you got a timetable with the defense. Now you got a couple more mango seasons.
two.
3 more mango seasons. You got to get it. You got to get it.
Two.
You got to get it.
I am very intrigued to see what Matt can do, and I think they're still going to draft a quarterback. I think the Rams are going to draft a quarterback because you can't, Matt's in his 13th, 14th season.
True.
So I see them also drafting a quarterback.
With what? What? Which one? What they at?
Maybe they got a first.
Did they send the gravy train to?
Did they lose?
Didn't they send the gravy train?
I got to check into that.
Yeah,
I
didn't
thought
they give up a lot of picks?
I thought that was last. Coming in this draft?
Yeah.
I got to check the numbers on this.
I thought to get Stafford, they gave up some stuff.
Former number 1 overall draft choice Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff are changing teams. The Detroit Lions are trading Stafford to the LA Rams in exchange for a third-round pick in 2021, a first-round pick in 2022, and a first-round pick in 2023.
Okay, so what?
Stop.
So what are the
So,
Rams
wait.
going to use to get with what?
Wait. No, that's not. That can't be right.
Yeah, it is right. That's what I said.
The Rams have gave up
Who
2
won?
first-round draft choices for.
Stafford. So who won? To me, Detroit won this. Detroit won this.
They gave
Okay,
up.
where you going with the quarterbacks? Is it a draw?
I wasn't going anywhere. I was just
No,
gonna
I'm
ask what you
just
think.
saying.
Well, there's no draw.
Okay,
There's
no.
There's no draw.
Okay, forget what you got.
Okay.
Talent. Who won that talent for talent?
Well, talent for talent, I think the Rams.
You think the Rams won?
Talent for talent.
Talent for talent.
Just talent for talent.
Okay,
That's it.
now
That's
throw
it.
that in.
Oh, there's not even a question. It's not even close.
Then close what?
The Rams got pilfered.
I like that word.
Pilfered.
I like that.
Pilfered.
The way you use that F, I like that.
That's why I make sure I'm reading this right.
No, you're reading it right. That's why I wanted
The
you to go to it.
Rams gave up 2
They draws.
first-round picks.
They gave up their draws,
for
everything,
Matt Stafford.
and everything in the refrigerator. They gave up everything. Tell me something. What other quarterback that's 50? Now, he ain't 50, but you know what I mean.
He's 50.
What other quarterback would you have to give up 2 first-rounders for unless it's Aaron Rodgers? I got time. Okay, answer me this. Would you rather have Stafford?
I think I need to go to break.
Would you rather have Stafford or Matt Ryan?
For the Rams, I would take Stafford.
I'll take Ryan.
I'm
talking about as a quarterback.
But see, my thing is, to me, it's either
As
way.
a quarterback.
Either one. I'm good with either one is what I'm saying. The problem I have is
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
He's not
what
worth
what I'm trying to tell
he's
you.
not worth a 3rd-round draft choice.
I
And the
ain't,
second.
I ain't gonna do him like that.
No, I am because
But
wait.
I'm
He
not gonna do him like that.
No, he went in a trade with the 2nd overall pick.
Okay. What I'm saying is, it's no way. And I love me some Matt Ryan. He puts up numbers every year because they're behind and he has to. There's no way I'm giving up 2 first-rounders for Matt Ryan. So why? And he's won. He's proven that he can really get it done. He can get it done. And I'm gonna give up that, and I wouldn't do it for Stafford. And he ain't never got it done.
That's that. You could start it with that. Okay, you could start.
He's
it with
never gotten it
You-
done.
you
I
could
like
start it
him.
there.
Don't love him. He's never gotten it done. And I'm gonna give up 2 ones. And what was that first one? Was that a 3rd?
It was a 3rd-round pick too.
Ain't no way.
I wouldn't have given. Pat Mahomes, I would barely give up 2 first-rounders for. I'm telling you that right now.
True.
For sure. I'm a boy, Pat. First-round draft.
This is what they're thinking.
Please tell me.
They're thinking, you know what? We're gonna have a good team, and we're gonna
They're
win.
going to have a very good team.
We're gonna win.
They're going to win.
We won without
They're
him,
gonna
so
win.
we plan on winning more with him. So that first-round pick is probably gonna be a 27th, 28th pick of the draft.
I wouldn't give 2 31st picks up.
Still, they're thinking this is the number of those picks. It's gonna be a 20. So it sounds bad, but it's not gonna be a first rounder. It's gonna be a 3rd first rounder. What I mean by 3rd first rounder, you got the 1 through the 7s are the people that's probably gonna change your whole viewpoint and your projection or trajectory of your team. Right? Now you got probably 7 through 15. Those are a 2nd level of dogs. That they're good Pro Bowlers, but not potential Hall of Famers. Then you got that later group that they just got in the first round.
I don't know what you said just then. I have no idea what you just said. I'm sorry.
You still thought? You still thinking about this?
I have no idea what you just said. I am just.
That what I'm really trying to say is the first rounders that they relinquished, they don't think they will have no bearing because they're going to be late first rounders.
Which is in. There are so few people worth first-round draft choices.
True.
Not to mention 2, and then a 12-year quarterback that's worth a 3.
And two ones, a 3 and 2 ones. He probably threw in a bag of balls too.
Let's look at the Detroit side of that. I'm just floored. I didn't.
Detroit is happy right now.
Boy, moonwalking.
Yep.
And you know what they're going to do, Dion? When they get down, they're going to punch them in the mouth. And they're going to get up, and because that's what the coach said. Because see, that's how we're going to win games. We're going to get it. We're going to win games by punching people in the
It
face.
was Dan Campbell, right?
Dan Campbell.
I like Dan Campbell.
Yes, yeah.
I like
that's
Dan Campbell.
So Rhetoric has never won a game ever, but obviously he was hired.
I like.
So
Dan
I'm
Campbell.
good to see that they're going to punch somebody in the mouth.
Okay.
We're going to keep on
I
punching them
like
in the
Dan
mouth.
Campbell. Let's go.
We're going to keep on punching them out. When we return, I find it interesting, and I got a beef, so I'm in a little salty mood about this anyway. The 2 offensive coordinators in the Super Bowl are people of color. One of them didn't even get in for head coaching game. You're listening to 21st and Prime. Swipe up at 21st and Prime. Also, subscribe to us on our YouTube channel. We'll be right back.
One of a kind, prime time is the GOAT.
Welcome back to 21st and Prime. Coach, I want to kind of, as a coach, and this is a metaphor of life, how do you go about stop repeating bad decisions or unproductive routines? What is the first step?
You make a change internally. You got to change internally. You got to change what's on the inside. The only way you can change what's on the inside of what you is by changing what you allow to get to the inside. Because usually what's on the inside, upon pressure, it comes out, and then it permeates itself around you. So what are you really saying?
I'm just that because we do live stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
You said something to a young lady at breakfast last week.
Right.
See, the one thing about you, creepy about you, is your spirit and people. And you detected in this young lady, without us ever knowing this young lady, this is all true story.
She was pregnant.
By the way, Saltines, that's where we go and have breakfast, thank them. Sometimes we go to IHOP and thank them there. But something in your spirit pricked you to say, don't let this dude, and Cracker Barrel, of course.
Waffle House.
And Waffle House.
Just get everybody love.
Okay. Don't let whoever this was treat you wrong. What? I mean, I know it was in your spirit, but you said that you just saw a sight of seeing
young girl. Pregnant. You gotta understand, young girl, and her countenance. I mean, she was young, nice countenance, but you could tell I could tell spiritually there's a struggle going on the inside, and decisions had to be made. And when you see a young woman that had her look, I'm pretty sure that pregnancy wasn't playing. Therefore, there's another person involved in this. And if that wasn't planned, where does he stand with that being unplanned? Because this is a life-changing decision that she's made. And I'm happy she made the decision to retain the child. But it takes two. It really takes two to consummate this and to bring a child forth. And it's going to take a village to raise him. And if you're doing it on your own, you're in for a long struggle. And when I see a young girl pregnant and she's working, man, that brings you back to mom and them. Yeah.
And so just so you know, I mean, this is a true story of actually what happened, and the verification of it. And this is why I because it springs into something we're going to talk about here. What I was struck by was her friend co-signed. I'm trying to tell her, don't let that touch it. So but I've seen that enough in you. Now, move that a step forward. It's easy for you, coach, man, to tell someone, maybe it might be time to move on and look at other options. But if that's the only way, so my next question, coach, is, because it's a metaphor here. How do you get that person to muster the courage to move on?
You got to trigger something, man. Some people need to be pushed. Some people need to be pulled. Some people need to be left alone. Some people need to be encouraged, motivated, and guided. You got to feel out who those people are and put them in the proper category. She probably just needs a little pushing. That's all.
Just a little pushing. Maybe pushing.
She just needs a little coaching. She's a former athlete as well.
I'm going to ask you this question because I do think that the answer to this question.
Get to it.
What's the difference between racism and bias?
I have no idea. I don't.
We're talking about two Super Bowl coaches, offensive coordinators.
One has made it, and the other one, this is the first time.
No, they're both in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but one of them.
No. Sorry.
One of them made it.
Sir.
The enemy is a repeat guy.
Correct.
Brian Leftwich is not. They just got there.
And I can show you 15 coaches who've been hired ain't been nowhere.
True.
Nowhere. Mm-hmm. So for me, I have a bug up my arse because this ain't adding up. You talk about, you can't tell a billionaire what to do.
You can't. Those 15 coaches that have gotten there, were they on this search? If you're not a part of this search stuff, man, these search committees, these search parties, that inner circle, it ain't gonna happen. They're not just gonna pull you from the outside and put you in and you right there and now I could turn to you. They're not gonna do that. You gotta be in there first. Now, with Eric Bieniemy, he's there. So now he's getting a turn, he's getting the interview, he's getting that, and he has the hit. Baron Leftwich is not there yet. After this year, he's on the inside. Now you're going to have to see him. So when these opportunities come up, you're going to have to sit down with him and see him.
None of these
right
guys,
now, he's not.
and I'm saying none of the
You know
other
that.
guys aren't in.
No. Those other guys, you didn't know they were. But Jamie, I learned that when I was going to be interviewed for several jobs. They had to put me in that circle.
So Josh McDowell went and got in that circle. So
He's been in that circle.
He just got out of the league 2 years ago. How can he get in that circle?
He's been in. I'm trying to tell you,
the quarterback, Josh McDowell.
That's what they do. That's what they do, Jamie. A lot of people don't know about these search firms or whatever you call
Search
them.
firms, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even know about them. Explain to them what they.
So no, what the search firms do, the same thing they do with professional teams. When you're looking for a head coach, when you're looking for certain things, they hire a firm to put a stadium deal together.
Right.
So
they hire a firm to put a list of coaches together that they should interview. They're not going to be sitting up there looking in the news and say, "Well, I should interview him." No. Search firm. You go. You know what I want. You go out there and find me 5 candidates. Now, to get on that list, what those 5 candidates are, that's who you know. Who's the influencer? Who put you in that circle? That's how it goes down. I know because I've been through it, Jay.
Right.
I had no idea about these firms until last year. I didn't even know about this stuff until last year. And you know how many other brothers that don't even know about this?
Everybody knows now, though.
Not really.
No,
You think the HBCU coaches know about these things?
I apologize.
None whatsoever.
Let me rephrase that.
So how would they ever get to a Power 5? They don't even know about this.
No, I didn't mean that. I misspoke. What I'm saying is, at this point, every person who has the dream of being a head coach, has the potential of being a head coach, knows about these firms.
Are you in it? Are you in that group?
That's the question.
Are you in that group that the firm has said, you know what, these are the 5 candidates that you need to go interview? Because if you're not in that group, you'll never get to the table.
Right.
That's how this stuff works, man. If you hadn't been chosen to be in that group that they put you at the table, you're not going to get this job. And I'm pretty darn sure all those candidates that received those opportunities, they've been in that thing, just getting these opportunities. They probably didn't get it a couple years ago, last year. This year was their turn. Is it right? No. How do you even get in the circle? That's a whole nother thing. How do you even get to that point where you're chosen to be one of these possibilities? You don't just get to sit up in front of Arthur Blank because somebody say, "Hey man, he's a good coach." You got to be in that circle. And how do you get to be in that? That should be the question.
No, that is the next question.
Yeah.
So
you got to know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody.
That's some rap.
How did I know? I didn't know about this stuff, but I knew somebody that was powerful. They said, "Hey man, you need to interview him." And guess what?
Wait. Back up. I'm confused. Well, 2 pieces of this. So somebody told you they need to interview them.
No. Somebody told me that they need to interview me to get me prepared because I belong in that circle.
So it was the firm. So it was
No, it was somebody that knew somebody that was in the firm that was their firm.
Right.
Yes.
So basically that firm said that you were one of the guys that needed to be in their batch the next time they went to somebody else. And
then you got to go. It's several firms.
It's
several firms.
Right.
That you got to go and you got to make those calls and you got to talk to them and they got to feel like, "Hey man, this guy, he got it. He need to be a part of this group, this next group." It's rounds being made every year, college and pro, every year. Mm-hmm. You got to be in the hat. If you're not even in that circle, in that one of those firms attached to them, you're not getting the job. Period. I didn't know nothing about this. Mm-hmm. I know now. Not only that, you got to hire somebody, which the firm would do if they think you're capable and qualified, and you got to peep this game because I'm about to give it to you. You got to hire somebody, or they will, to prepare you for the darn interview. So you can be on point. So you can be ready. Certain ways to answer this question, certain ways not to. certain ways to present this, certain ways not to. You got to be on point. You got to go in there with your book like I did, and I went in there ready. Let's go. I ain't finna give away my stuff. Hey, for front, not for free. I ain't finna give away my game. No, not doing it. I just tell you what.
Tell them what.
The mistake I made is one of these firms, I left one of my booklets with them that I had ready for these specific colleges. Oh, it's on my game. A to B. Went through it. Everything. On point. Can I keep this? Yeah, go ahead. Should have never did that. Because now I'm at home. I didn't get that job. Should have. But God is good. I'm right where God needed me to be. Didn't get it. But I'm at home looking at the TV. And I hear one of the coaches said, you know, our defensive philosophy is this, and this. I start to swing at the TV. That's my stuff. Say it. I need a designated. I don't cuss, but right. I need a designated cuss. That's my thing. You took my thing. Exactly the case. Never again. I say never again. Oh no. Matter of fact, I had fishing wire on my books. After I spit my game, bring my book back. I like my books, please. Thank you. Yes. I'm not lying. I don't lie. I cry to you before I lie to you. Real talk. So, my brother, if you're not in that, you're never going to be a part of that. You're not going to get the opportunity to do that, and you got to get in that. That just gave you free game.
That was a lot of game. And that's going to do it for this edition of 21st and Prime. Apologies for my language.
Because
and I'm just angry. I'm angry because it's starting to bother me. You know, there comes a point where you just can't keep doing this.
True.
And I like I said,
we got to own some teams.
I played a long time.
Dog, we got to own some teams. We got to own
that's
some
the
teams.
Solution.
We own some teams. It is what it is.
No,
Until we own teams, you ain't telling a billionaire what to do with his money. And you ain't getting ready to start it, you ain't gonna never do it. Until we start owning the team, forget it. You ain't got no reason to be mad. You can be mad all you want to. You gonna be mad. You better get some aspirin. You better get some aspirin. We need an aspirin sponsor. We need an aspirin sponsor. Because that's the only way.
Because it don't make it right. The only answer being you got to have money.
Mm-hmm.
I refuse.
Just because it don't make sense, don't make it right. Don't mean it make it right.
I refuse to accept because somebody doesn't have money.
Money ain't got nothing to do with that.
Billionaire, whatever you saying it, you keep saying it.
What you talking about? We don't have money.
My point is that the billionaire gets to make the decision.
He does.
Which is fine.
Don't you make the decision about what kind of furniture in your house?
Correct.
So how you gonna try to make a decision what kind of furniture in his house?
But my only point is that
it ain't right.
That's what I'm saying. And that's
if you invite. Okay, what you saying? What you saying? If you gonna invite me over to your house to watch TV and sit in your family room, I should be able to help choose the furniture, or I should have the furniture I want. That's pretty much what you're saying. No. I'm saying if you coming on my house, I don't care what you're doing. I can sit you. I could give you the remote control. You still ain't gonna get to change the channel unless it's the channel I want.
What I'm saying is that's 100% accurate. Matter of fact, even 1,000%.
We gotta own the team.
That's 1,000%.
We gotta own the house.
That's 1,000%.
We gotta own the furniture. Then we can call our shots.
But
until then, we could get mad all we want.
But the point is, that's why I asked the question about the difference between bias and racism. I don't see it as racism. I see it as there's a bias here that has to change philosophically.
And there's a network that works, that they work.
Well, you've given a solution now.
But I'm telling you.
That's a solution.
I'm not saying it works in the fact that it's right.
No, it's a solution.
Yes, but we got to understand that's how it gets done.
The path forward, you have to be educated.
You got to.
This is education for a lot. Well, no, for a lot of people who are looking for a job, whatever it is, football or not, you got to find out what is a pathway forward to
to get a chance
at it. Just to have a chance. because I'm not saying anybody's entitled to anything, and I don't want it to be. But it's troubling for me that certain guys aren't even getting opportunities.
That is
and
true.
so what you're saying is they may not be getting opportunities simply because they still, which I find hard to believe, don't know the path forward.
True. And you got to get in the game.
That's going to do it for
How I'm going to make a play if it ain't in the game?
Yeah.
You got to get in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're not in the game until they go to find one of these.
They're not going to be in the game.
Hand me that bar, Stu.
We're out.
You know what it is, and for what it's worth, you can catch me on the best corner 21st. Prime time, shine time, always in the game, never ever on the sideline. You know what it is, and for what it's worth, you can catch me on the best corner 21st.